Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the video lecture on the Become First Semester Business Organization subject under the Unit 2 Business Organizations. We have already covered sole tradership and we have also almost covered the concepts of partnership. Today we will go for a brief discussion of the advantages of the partnership form of business organization. As we have already covered the characteristics, features, the types of partners and the types of partnerships in that particular topic of partnership. Today we will go for a brief description of the advantages of the partnership form of organization. The first advantage is it is easy to form. Just like the sole tradership, it is also very easy to form. Simply, there is a requirement of agreement among the partners who are supposed to conduct the business as a group. So such type of agreement is made without any legal formalities requirement. Henceforth, if there is a consensus among the partners who would like to conduct a business under the partnership form, simply there is a requirement of an agreement. And once there is an agreement, it is easily formed. Henceforth, partnership form is also just like the sole tradership, very easy to form. The second one is more resources. While we were studying the sole tradership, this was a demerit on the part of the sole tradership because there were a very limitation of the resources are concerned for the conduct of the business activities because there was only one businessman. But here in this case, more than two people. That is the basic nature of the partnership form of business organization. So if more than the number of people, the more the pool of resources are. So automatically, in comparison to the sole tradership, somewhat more resources are available to conduct the business activity and business organizational actions and activities by the partnership form of organization. Means some abundant resources may be available to the partnership form in comparison to that of the sole tradership. Because more number of people, more resources, more capital contribution. So more capital contribution means more resources available. More resources means more expansion or possibilities. Right? Next one is more managerial talent. Unlike in the sole tradership, there is only one man army. Here we have more than two people because more than two brains and more than one person's managerial abilities and skills and talents. Automatically, there is an advantage here for the partnership firm to grab more managerial talent, more administrative skills, more exposure and more better decision making and more appropriate way of implementing the strategies for the growth and development of the business organization. Henceforth, more managerial talent is available in the shape of the partnership form of business organization. Next one is more credits standing. Here, more number of people as the partners and more availability of money also for the as a capital as well as the loans as well as the advances also to the partnership. So more credit availability and more credit sustainability on the part of the partnership firm. That is also another advantage of the partnership firm. Next one is prompt decision making. As I already told you while discussing the managerial talent, where more than one person is existing, automatically there is a brainstorming session, there is a discussion, there is a group discussion. Automatically people will come to a final conclusion which more promptness in the decision making, and when everybody takes part, automatically it helps to go for an effective decision taking, and that will lead for better management of the business organization. So that's why partnership firm is enabling to go for an effective decision making or a prompt decision making and a timely decision making also. Next one is the risk sharing. Here more number of people means more ability to share the risk instead of the sole tradership. In the case of the sole tradership, whatever the losses or the risks and uncertainties are to be borne by the single person only. But here, the sharing of uncertainty and risk is being there among the partners, and the per partner or per owner share of the risk will be minimized. Next one is the relation and reward. This is also one new principle. In the case of the partnership firm, where more number of partners do exist, automatically they will have a more relationship and more work, more contribution, either by way of resources or by way of administration or by way of conducting the business of the organization. Automatically there is an expansion, there is a growth, there are profits, automatically the rewards will also be more in comparison to that of the sole tradership. So here the relationship is partnership, and that partnership is going to reward the partnership firm in a more better manner than the sole tradership. So the rewards will be more in comparison to that of the sole tradership. Next one, more growth and development. Automatically, when there is more resources availability, more profits availability, and more income availability on the part of the partnership firm, there is a possibility of expanding the organization into diversified areas of business also, or the existing business area also. Automatically that leads to the growth and development of the business activities, actions, the products and services being offered through the partnership firm, and more marketability and better sales, and leads to better contribution of the growth of the organization. Next one is close supervision. Here more number of people, and every partner is having the right to participate, and every partner is having the right to go into the verification of the books of the accounts and copy the books of the accounts. In the case of the general partnership, we are all discussing as far as general partners are concerned. So there is a more close supervision. The erroneous way of taking decisions may not be arising in the case of the partnership. Henceforth, when there is a close supervision, automatically partners will have more time, partners will have more pinpointed way of observing the actions and activities, and more control over the business firm activities and actions, and gradually the supervision leads to more effective way of conducting the actions and activities. That's why the close supervision is possible, because here the total work is divided among the partners. Somebody is looking after activities, somebody is looking after the resources, somebody is looking after the accounts, somebody is looking after some other action. So the total business functions have been divided among the partners amicably, and everybody is having a right to go into that. Automatically every area is closely supervised and monitored from day to day, transaction to transaction. Automatically that leads to a betterment in the conduct of the business activities. Now we will go for the next advantage, flexibility of operations. As far as the flexibility of operations are concerned, the total actions and activities have been divided. Apart from that, people can share the total burden of conducting the business activities, and a person is having some flexible way of doing the things also, and having the time availability, having the energy availability, having the efficiency availabilities. So basing upon that, the operations are very much flexible, the activities and actions are conducted in a more flexible manner, there is no tension, there is no stress, and it will be shared by among all the partnerships. Automatically operations will become feasible and more effective on the part of the partnership firm in comparison to that of the sole tradership, where in the case of sole tradership there is no flexibility. It is a one-man army. Every person as a sole trader has to go beyond, has to go through all the things, because there is no sharing here. But in the case of the partnership, there is a sharing, there is a flexibility. More sharing, more flexibility. Right? Next one is the security of business security. How? Here, unlike the joint stock companies, there is no compulsion to publish the books of accounts or the final accounts, profit and loss account and balance sheet, etc., etc. in the case of the partnership generally. So automatically the business secrecy is not supposed to be leaked out, and everything is maintained intact within the firm itself. Only the partners may be able to know that what is happening and what are the secrets. When once the business secrecy is effectively being maintained, automatically the competitiveness of the partnership firm will go on, and there is no scope for revealing the secrets of the business firm to the outsiders. Henceforth, there is a flourishing of more effectiveness and more growth and expansion and more sales and more profits on the part of the business organization. So that whenever the secrecy is maintained much and much, automatically there is a competitive advantage among the other partnership firms who are doing either the similar business or some other business in the business arena. Next one is minority interest protection. Here, some of the partners who may be not that much of active in that, or some partner may be a minor partner, or some may be a sub partner. In that case also, their interests are also being protected here, because all the decisions taken here are majority decisions. When once the majority decisions are there, automatically the interests of the minority people are automatically being protected. So when once the minority interest is protected, the minor partner or the partner who is not that much of active is also being get protected. Next one is easy dissolution. In the case of the joint stock company, there are number of legalities to be followed out. But here in the case of partnership, as and when any partner wants to disassociate himself or herself with that of the partnership firm, it is easy to communicate to the others and get the dissolution of the partnership deed and partnership firm of organization. So, in the case of death, in the case of retirement, or in the case of insolvency also, the partnership firm can be easily dissoluted. The next one is democratic administration. Here, more number of people having equal rights, having equal responsibility, having equal accountability, and having equal risk sharing ability. So, on the part of that, all the decisions are being debated, discussed, plans are being made, and decisions are taken up. So, here the complete participation of one and all of the partners of the business firm is going to take place. Here, that's why it is a democratic administration. Sometimes there may be a voting also. Sometimes there is a consensus, sometimes there may be a debating, and finally all win-win strategy will be applied here, and the majority people's decision will be taken into consideration and the others will abide by it. Automatically the democratic way of doing the actions and activities will be there. The monopoly things could not take place here. Next one is savings of managerial expenses. In the case of the joint stock firm, if you see, more number of managers are being appointed, more likely costs of salaries and wages or honorariums paid for the management of the organization. So here it is a saving, because all the partners who themselves are efficient, effective in having managerial talent and skill, they themselves contribute for the development and growth of the business organization with their ideas and talents and skills. Automatically that much of money is saved, means the costs are being saved or the costs have been ruled out. Automatically that enters into the profits gamut of the organization. Henceforth, the managerial expenses are almost being saved here, and the profits will go up. Automatically the profits and the contributions for the next continuing of the business will also grow up. Henceforth, we can generate more savings on the part of the managerial expenses. Apart from that, dear students, if you wish to add anything as an advantage to that of the partnership firm, you can add it, and if you have any doubts, you can go for clarification of the doubts when there is a doubt clearance session. I hope you have understood it, and be ready and be happy with that. Stay safe and keep your family members also safe. Thank you very much.